my personal recommendation, but then you can make your own, or you can move it around, pwede mo i-move ng konti, add some stuff, but this is my own personal recommendation. So number one, in the beginning of your story, your pitch, as much as possible, I kind of, if possible, I want to understand why you are doing this. I'll send you a copy, don't worry. Para hindi na, so I want to understand why you are doing this. Bakit itong startup na to compared to anything else in the world that you can be working on? Why not an exoskeleton that makes you stronger? Diba? Bakit ganun? Bakit ito? Number two, talk about the pain point and the problem. What is it that you are trying to solve? Number three, whose problem is it? Kanino mo kinikater yung solution mo o yung product mo? Kasi yun yung target market mo basically. Now in the middle, what is it that you're building? What service or product are you building? Number two, is it worth it? Meaning, what is the business model? Paano ka kikita? Kasi kung hindi mo sinabi sa akin or hindi mo in-explain sa akin kung paano ka kikita, I would be probably thinking this is just a very expensive hobby. Kasi siya yung mahal yung hobby mo. So, ikaw, kasi mahal yung hobby mo. So, wala. So, battery. So, number three, unfair advantage. What is unfair advantage? Unfair advantage, guys, I have a definition for this. Repeat after me, okay? Unfair advantage is something that makes you better that cannot be easily copied or bought. Okay? Say it again. Something that makes you better that cannot be easily copied or bought. Yan po ulit ko palagi kasi napaka-importante. Because if you do not have an unfair advantage, why would I choose you over somebody else who's probably doing something similar to you or maybe exact thing that you're doing? Why you? You have to have an unfair advantage. If you do not have an unfair advantage, start finding one. Starting today. Okay, that is your homework. That's the most important part. Okay, now in the end part, who are you? Now, importante rin to, meaning, sino ka ba and bakit ikaw yung pinaka-the best person to solve this problem or to run this company? Now, a lot of people sometimes naiipit sila doon kasi parang they feel shy na naman na parang, wala naman akong masyadong experience or I'm new to this, whatever. But still, that is very, very important because a lot of investors, they do not invest on the product or the company, they actually invest in the people behind it. So alam nila na kung hindi ito mag-work out, but they still invest in you, you can probably do something else in the future that will become successful. So they want to know who you are. That's why you have to tell them who you are. Okay? Number two on the end, current status, meaning kamusta na ba kayo? Ano na nangyayari? May product na ba kayo? Na-launch na ba? Alpha, beta, launch na ba? Or do you have customers already? Are you already making revenue? Kumikita na ba kayo? Things like that. Kung wala pang status, okay lang. Basta isulat niyo kung ano yung status. Okay? And lastly, what is it that you need? Why are you pitching? Because at the end of the day, kung hindi nyo alam kung bakit kayo nagpipitch and nagpipitch kayo, you are just wasting your time and the other person's time. Okay? So always know why you are pitching. And if you don't have a reason to pitch, don't pitch. Okay? So that's very, very important. Okay, so this whole storytelling method of your pitching, hindi naman bago yan eh, luma na yan eh, ang tagal na ginagamit yan. Pero may mga tao na magagaling talaga, mga expert at doing this. And for me, this guy is one of them. This is Tyler Crowley. He is a startup storytelling genius. He is so good at this, he's so good at what he does, that a country hired him. Not a company, not a country hired him. Sweden as a country said, uy, pwede ka ba lumipat from Silicon Valley to Sweden para tulungan mo yung startup ecosystem namin mag-improve? And sabi niya, sure. And he did that. And for the past 2 years, he's been living in Sweden. The ecosystem there has taken off. It's exploded already in one of the best ecosystems in Europe. So this guy, kaya siya naging sobrang sikat, kaya sobrang galing niya sa pag-pitch. Because TechCrunch 50 and Launch Conference, which are two of the top pitch competitions in the world, that started in year 2000, 2001. So that's almost 15 years ago. So 15 years ago pa lang nagko-coach na siya ng mga pitch. And he has seen thousands of startups pitch and he's coached thousands of them. So it came to the point na pag kino-coach niya na yung mga startup, sobrang memorize niya na yung mga pitch. Alam niya na yung sasabihin ng startup. So, ang ginawa niya, hindi niya na pinanood yung stage. Ang pinanood niya is yung audience. And nung pinanood niya yung audience, habang nagpipitch yung mga startup, ang dami niya na natutunan. For example, he learned about the 15-second rule. What is the 15-second rule? Apparently, you only have 15 seconds. 15 seconds, that's it, to capture the audience. If you do not capture the audience in the first 15 seconds, maglalabas silang phone. Facebook mo sila, Instagram, audience will not remember anything you say. They won't remember your startup name, they won't remember your name, where you went to school, all the data that you presented. A lot of it they will forget. But what they will do is they will break it down into a soundbite. What does that mean? Anong favorite mo dun sa lahat ng startup na nag-present? Ako favorite ko yung yung Uber for dogs. O kaya yung Airbnb for cats. O kaya yung Tinder for Athenians or something. They'll just break it down into one liner, one soundbite. Now, knowing that na yun ang mangyayari, what does that mean for you? Ang ibig sabihin nun is that dapat mag-pitch kayo, mag-practice kayo sa mga friends nyo, sa mga teammates nyo, and then tanong mo sa kanila, ano yung soundbite? Ano yung naalala nyo yung soundbite? If they say something different from what is it that you think or you should be your soundbite, then that means you have to change your pitch. You have to refine it. Okay? So that's important, the soundbite. Now, I will show you an example of a startup that was coached by Tyler Crowley. Now, try to look at these rules. First of all, try to remember, listen for the story. Try to listen what happens in the first 15 seconds. Medyo mahina yung sounds natin, sorry. So, try to listen.
Hey everybody, I'm Jeff Dachis. Thanks Jason for having us. Alright, welcome to OneDrop. Meet Joanna. Joanna blacked out in her elevator office at work. She knocked herself out as her head hit the floor. She busted up her eye, her nose, her lip. She had a hypoglycemic incident after going for a run, and she could have died. Joanna has diabetes, and oftentimes she feels alone with her diabetes, although she's not alone. There are 30 million Americans with diabetes today. There are 70 million Americans with pre-diabetes today, and there are 345 million people worldwide with diabetes today. It's the most expensive healthcare problem we have today as a society. Diabetes is hard, it's complex, it's difficult to manage, and it's expensive. It doesn't have to be. We decided to change all that. We took one of the most unloved products on the planet, the glucometer, and redesigned it from the ground up. We want you to feel a little less like you have a disease and more like you're a total badass. Whether that's in calfskin, taupe, or technical gray, we want you to feel like OneDrop is part of your lifestyle for something sophisticated, a walk in the park, or perhaps just a casual day hanging out at the coffee shop. Now, buying diabetes supplies is expensive, it's time consuming, and it's a real pain in the ass. So we're going to ship you all of your supplies direct to your door in eco-friendly packaging each and every month with a little reminder that you are awesome. Now, in the startup world, you can't manage what you don't measure. And Joanna has to measure her diabetes just like everybody else. So in pink, she's testing her glucose. In blue, she's logging her medication. In green, her food, and in orange, her activity. Remember those colors. Here we're going to log an glucose movement, 163, nuts. Now we're going to go to log some insulin, and let's see, 25, awesome. And we're going to leave a pro tip for everybody else on the OneDrop platform to remind them of that elevator incident we have. Be careful of insulin before a run. We're going to tag this post. Let's do happy, chill, and save that. And now we're going to log a food moment. And logging food is as simple as just taking a picture. You're going to photograph all your food, and boom, there's a delicious meal, capturing that right here at Fortnite. Now, each of these moments make up a story of a person with diabetes each and every day. Those stories show up in the timeline at the top of the screen, and they're always there. But where it starts to get interesting.
Okay, it's a long video. You can go to the YouTube account. So it's youtube.com user launchcon. So there you can see all the different teams na na-coach ni Tyler Crowley so that you have an idea of how good pitches are supposed to be. Now let's talk a little bit about it. What was the story or what happened in the first 15 seconds? You remember? Sino? Joanna. Oh. Ano nangyari kay Joanna? Nahimatay si Joanna. Nalaglag sa elevator. Umama ang ulo, dumugo. Muntikan siyang mamatay. In the first 15 seconds, he said he almost died. Can you imagine? I don't know who Joanna is and I don't know what she's doing, but now I'm concerned for Joanna because I why she passed out. I don't know why she hit her head and why she died. Ah, kaya pala. Because she has diabetes. Diba? So, that is the story and that is the how the person is able to catch your attention in the first 15 seconds. Because of this, so these are the other tips that Tyler Crowley gives to for pitching. Number one, use personas. Don't use, pwede naman niya sabihin na I was running, I was jogging, I passed out. Hindi, di ba? Sabi niya, this is Joanna, this is what happened. Why? So as much as possible, do not use I, you, or we. Use personas. Gumawa ka ng tao. Si Alimena, Kiko, whatever. Why? Kasi, ano yung mga, startup dito nila? Super quick description na. Ano ginagawa niya? Tour guide booking website. So, your customer are tour guides? Marketplace. Okay. Perfect. What if you did a pitch and you said, hi, I'm, sorry, Regine. Say mo, hi, I'm Regine. I'm a tour guide. Don't you hate it when your customer suddenly canceled during your booking? Now, if you said that, that's a good way to start, but there are probably people in the audience who will say, hindi naman ako tour guide eh. So, hindi ako makarelate. Hindi ako makarelate sa'yo. So, hindi ako makarelate dun sa problem mo. So, if I can't relate with your problem, then I can't connect to what you're doing. I don't know if you're solving a problem or not. If ever, I don't even know if you're solving the problem in the right way. Diba? Kasi, it's you. Sabi mo, ikaw yun. Pero if I said something like, this is Anna, tapos may picture ako ng tour guide. This is Anna. She is one of the best tour guides in Boracay. And a lot of her problems are caused by when her customers cancel on her. Now, because it's a story, and because what we've established that when you stories, you're very open, di ba? Ina-absorb mo yung thoughts na yun. Pwede kang, siguro si Ana, magaling talaga siya na tour guide. Tapos ganun talaga problema niya. Siguro marami ng tour guide na may ganun na problema. Ngayon, mas open na ako. Hindi tulad nung earlier na hindi ako makarelate sa'yo, hindi naman ako tour guide. Now, people are thinking, this is Ana, that's her problem. That is the power of personas. And that's why, as much as possible, you want to do that. You want to create personas. Okay? Number 2, drama. Pwede naman kanina, pwede naman niya sabihin, this is Joanna, she has diabetes. Hindi, di ba? Sabi niya, this is Joanna, she passed out, she hit her head on the floor, she almost died because she has diabetes. So, ang ganda ng pag-incorporate ng drama to introduce the problem. So, dapat ganon. You try to find, or you try to incorporate drama into your pitch to introduce the problem that you are trying to solve. Okay? Number 3, end early. Kung binigyan kayo ng 5 minutes, try to end in 4:30, anything 4:45, basta less than 5. Why? Because whenever you end early than the time allotted, it shows the audience, the judges, and whoever, even the investors, that wow, these people know what they are doing. They know it so well that they don't even need the full 5 minutes to finish their pitch. Okay? It also works the other way around. Pag binigyan ka ng 5 minutes, as hindi ka natapos ng 5 minutes, wow, napaka-noob na itong mga to. They can't even finish their pitch in 5 minutes. They can't even describe what they're doing in 5 minutes. Okay? So that's what's important. Number 4, targeted personas. Ito medyo pang ano na to, medyo advanced na to ng konti. If you are pitching kunyari to an investor, and that investor is Calbo, and taga-Ateneo, so you can say, hi, this is Kiko. Kiko is from Ateneo. Tapos may picture ka ng Calbo na mama, di ba? Because why? We're trying to create a relationship, di ba? So, if that person will say, uy, parang ako yun ah. And then, hindi niya alam, subconsciously, nakakapag-relate na siya dun sa tao, dun sa character sa story. So, medyo, ano na yan advanced na yan. Next, number 5, don't use big numbers, use small fractions. 740,339 housewives in Metro Manila have a problem with cooking. Pwede ko sabihin yun, or I could just find out the actual number and just say, 7 out of 10 housewives in Metro Manila have a problem with cooking. Which becomes more understandable, more digestible, a little bit easier to understand. Okay? So try not to use big numbers, try to use small fractions. 1 out of 5, 2 out of 3, 1 out of 10. Next, number 6, when you're pitching, try to remember that you are talking to a senior citizen or a little child. What does that mean? It means you break up your sentences into little chunks and try to talk slowly, like what I'm doing right now. Okay? Okay. Number 7, and the most important part, the wow moment. What is the wow moment? This is a problem kasi. Whenever you tell somebody your idea or your company, the person you are telling it to will make assumptions. For example, Sinabi mo sa akin, di ba? Tour guide booking platform. So automatic nag-assume ako, tour guides ang customer mo, di ba? Parang I make my own assumption. Marketplace pala yan. Okay. Now, the wow moment is when you can provide something of benefit or value that is above and beyond what people are assuming. Yes? So, kunyari, you said marketplace and then you came up with some super solution. Actually, hindi lang marketplace. Meron pa siyang bangko. May bangko na lahat ng tour guide para doon sila kumikita or something. Or, di ba? Or they get connected to their own private jet. Wow! Di ba? And that's why it's called the wow moment. Because parang hindi ko naisip yun, wow. A good example would be, let's say wala pang Google sa mundo. And ako nagpresenta ng Google. Sabihin ko, uy, gagawa ko ng web search. Gagawa ko ng search ng internet. Siguro lahat yun isipin niya, okay, web search. Siguro sa may search bar, na-type mo yung search terms, click ko yung button, lalabas yung result. Diba? Pero what if I told you na hindi mo kailangan i-type lahat? Isipin mo lang yung search term, lalabas na doon. Tapos hindi mo pa i-click yung button, biglang automatic lalabas na yung search results. Wow! Diba? Believe ka. So that is what you're trying to do. So you have to try and manufacture a wow moment into your pitch. Okay? Either you find your best feature or best benefit in what you're doing and you make it into a wow moment, or you have to come up with a new feature that will become your wow moment. Okay? Yes?
For the person, kailangan ba namin paalam sa person na i-feature?
Kahit fictional.
Pwede fictional.
Pwede fictional. Pwede namang mas maganda kung totoong tao. Marami akong mga kilo-coach yung ginagawa nila. Hinahanap talaga nila yung actual customer nila, tapos mag-schedule sila ng photo shoot, gano'n. Pero kung hindi, kahit mag-stock photo ka lang, mag-invento ka lang. Pwede. Remember, what you're trying to do naman is not really show an actual example, but more of you're trying to tell a story. So kailangan lang nila